What's going on YouTube? Street Riders 209. What I got for you guys today, a quick DIY on how to install a hitch on a Traverse. This is a 2014 Traverse. I believe from 2013 all the way to 16 possibly is exactly the same. I'm not 100% sure if it's the same on the Acadia, but it should be similar. So recently wanted to go bike riding. Got the two bikes and the two bikes. We got 4 bikes, my wife's and mine. We got nowhere to to go. We would like to take this one out to like to the Bay Area because it's it's everything's concealed. A pickup truck, we used to do it, but if we took all 4 bikes, we'd have to lock the other ones out in the back, and it can get kind of sketchy. I went ahead and purchased the rack for the top, but I could not get it to fit. So the brackets that that are meant for this piece right here are pretty expensive. So I'm not looking forward to spending a couple hundred, more than a couple $100s on. I already spent a couple $100s on the rack. And if you want to get something legit, I know they run around 500 plus. So what I decided to do, I hit my local offer up, and came across a 4 bike carrier. Only issue is this is for the hitch, and I don't have a hitch. So next logical thing, I hit Amazon up. Sure enough, $100, 110, plus the wiring kit from Curt. This was $30, so 140 bucks. It's gonna solve my issue. The only thing now is I gotta remove the plastic, see what I gotta do right here, and then mount the hitch. So this is what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna try to do this without any air tools. If I absolutely have to at the very end, I will. Just to see how easy it is to install it without any heavy machinery like pneumatic tools, or if you could do it by hand. So first things first, I'm gonna get underneath here and see what the holes are. I'm gonna bring the hitch over, and kind of prop it, and kind of get a good idea on what needs to happen first. Alright, so I'm underneath it. First things first, I gotta unscrew these little caps right here. It looks like it's just a side. There you go. A side twist. It's only a quarter turn. So that basically reveals that gap right there. This is very straightforward. 2 holes right here, 2 holes here, and 2 holes on your end. I can tell already. I'm assuming it's going to be this hole, so these 2 round holes on this side right here. Hole there, hole there. Those look like they already have thread. The only issue I think I'm gonna have with is this muffler, since the bolts are right above it. But if I can squeeze it in there and I can use a 1/2-inch ratchet, I shouldn't have any issue with this muffler, but we'll see right now. Let me prop it up there and put a couple bolts to kind of hold it in place. Alright, one way that I have always found very useful, if you don't have a set of instructions, I'll be honest with you guys, I hardly ever use instructions on. One thing I've always done is always split the hardware in half. I'll throw half of the stuff over there and half of the stuff over here, and it'll give me a little bit easier an idea on what goes where. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is put my spacer up here, put my bolt through it, find it, and then go up till I hit that threaded insert. Alright, so I found that side. Now I'll do the same thing to the left side. Now I'll do the same thing to this side. Alright, so I tightened that up a little bit more by hand. Both of these are in place. Tighten that one up a little bit more by hand. So now I'm just going to try to put the other one back. And this one right here too. So once I do that, I should be able to start with my ratchet. Now these washers, if you notice, they have a couple like little teeth. You want to make sure you put these facing the steel. So now both of them are in. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side now. Also, as you guys can see, I did not have to meddle with the exhaust at all. It is a bit of a tight squeeze though, but I'll be able to get it. Alright guys, so I got all 4 on the back side and the 2 in the front. So now all I gotta do is just tighten them up to 92 foot-pounds, and this is pretty much done. Alright guys, so we are done installing the actual hitch. One thing I did do on the side with the muffler, I had to squeeze this in, pop it in place so I could tighten it. If you were just gonna be hauling or just installing a hitch for whatever reason and then just putting it away, you're done. You know, you pop these little clips back in there. And call it a day. But when you need a haul, just make sure you come back down here, pull these down. There it is. Just a little clip, and then, you know, go ahead and start towing. Since I am going to be wiring it up, I'm going to pop this out. Alright guys, so now to do the wiring, this Curt kit comes with a bunch of fuses and relays. So the instructions on that, and I have not installed one of these before, so not when I'm looking at instructions. Got to find the batteries, the car's battery, disconnect the negative, right? So I've never opened this car up. First things first, battery. A lot of people might not know for the Traverse, but it's actually in the back seat of the back passenger side. T15 Torx takes off the little bolt that goes right here, and then a 10mm for the negative battery. So I'll do that now. Alright guys, so now I'm under the hood. Popped out my fuse cover for the fuse box. These right here, relays and the fuses, come in the Curt kit. What I'll be doing is basically adding all of the trailer stuff, you know, that didn't come with. So alright, so now I will just be basically following step-by-step instructions on which fuses go where. If you look in here on the, if you ever buy this kit, this shows you exactly what goes where. I mean, always just make sure that you follow through with the actual OEM printout right here to make sure that you're putting the right fuse and relay in the adequate slot. So let's do that first, starting off with the relays. Alright, so I think I got all of them. I'm left with a 30 amp and a relay. I'm assuming those are the spares, as that's pretty much all it's asking for right here. Alright guys, so now that I got all my fuses and relays put in place, I'm gonna go ahead and plug the wiring, the actual 4-pin plug in. The way to do this, you gotta take apart your rear passenger side rear quarter panel, and there's 5 Torx T20 Torx little screws underneath and 4 on the side. You pull those off, pry this open, and inside there, you guys can see it, there it is, it's the plug. So this side goes plugged in there, then I run this through the bottom and into my hitch. So let me do that real quick. Alright guys, so before I put everything back together, I'm gonna go ahead and I plug the battery back in. I'm gonna check all the connections, so I'm here to make sure everything's working fine. So right now I have my running lights on, so I shouldn't have any blinkers. So that's my right blinker, left blinker, power on my running. So we're good on this aspect. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the left blinker now. Left. So I should still have running lights, which I do. I should not have right, but I should have left. Alright, so we're good in that way. Now I'm going to try my right. So I shouldn't have anything on my yellow, which is left, which is good. Should still have running, and now I should have right turn signals. So that's good. We're ready to go. The way to check for the ground, the way that I do it, is since right now I have power on my running light, just went ahead and screwed a piece of steel in there. So this is powered in right now. The way I check my ground is by touching it. So I got ground. So it's ready. This plug is working. So now I'm going to turn the truck off and put everything back together. Alright guys, so everything else is done on the truck. All I got to do now is just bring this connection up, zip tie it, make sure the exhaust doesn't get it anywhere where it's hot, and basically just run it like this, you know, right by the hitch, and we're good. Alright guys, so I found a little spot up there to zip tie it, right in here. Completely goes around the exhaust. I ran it through the inside of this back bumper brace and out that hole right here where I put that nut earlier. Zip tied it to here, and it's ready. So what I'll do here is just coil it around. You know what I'm saying? Just coil it to get it out of the way. You don't really want to zip tie it. Sorry. You don't really want to zip tie this because in case you ever need to get to it, you want to make sure that it's always available. So just like that. So now whenever you're done with this, just put your cap back in there. You'll never see it. It's ready to go. So now what I'll be doing is installing the bike rack, and I'll show you guys what I did with that. So this is a 2x2 inch receiver. If you guys come across a bike rack that has a 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, head down to Harbor Freight and pick one of these adapters up. They're like 14 bucks. And the way that these work is that you slide this in, you put your pin through here, and then you have your 1 1/4 insert. So let's put the bikes up. Alright guys, so there you have it. That was a hitch and wiring installation on a 2014 Traverse. I believe actually it might go as far back as 2011. I'm not 100% sure what year the Traverse originated. But you can see I got 4 bikes up there. Obviously I'm going to strap them down better than just with the original rack straps. But this particular receiver does have an addition so that this can pull out further out. So it has the pin here, the pin there, spacer, and then you can also tilt this. But yeah, that serves my purpose. Plus it's a lot easier because it's on ground level, so I don't have to stretch up there and try to grab the bikes, try to, you know, probably hit something or scratch something up if you're trying to balance the bike up as I'm trying to strap it. So yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope it was helpful to some of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and next video after this I'll show you guys how to install Nerf bars. Alright guys, thank you for watching.